next thing we're going to talk about is life insurance. And so obviously we're going to do that when we get to the life insurance portion of the fact find. And if you don't mind me asking, how much life insurance do you currently have?
$200,000.
Okay. And what type of life insurance do you have?
Universal.
Universal Life? And why did you pick Universal Life?
That's what the agent told me to buy.
Well, he did you a good job, okay? Because one of the things that we talked about is, whether you should buy a permanent plan or a temporary plan. And you bought a permanent plan that goes cash. That's great. Good, smart move.
Thank you.
All right, now let's think about this for a second. About how much money do you make a year?
About $50,000.
About $50,000. All right, so with the $200,000 that you have now, all right, how long would that money last?
About 4 years.
Okay, and then what would you like to do?
Guess she have to go back to work.
She's not working now?
No.
And why isn't she working now?
She stays home with our child.
All right, and if something were to happen to you, do you want her to stay home with the child, or do you want her to have to go back to work?
Well, I want her to stay home with the child.
Okay, so again, in 4 years, what would happen?
She'd be in trouble.
Okay, now let's think about that for a second. Assuming I can show you how you can pay for all the life insurance you need without taking any additional money out of your pocket, let's figure out how much life insurance you really need.
Okay.
All right. Now, you can look at it Social Security wise and everything else, and you will get some for Social Security. But really, you're still going to have to replace that $50,000 of income. And then you've got inflation going to affect that, just like we did when we talked about the retirement. In 10 years, you're going to need more and stuff. So really, what we want to do is be able to replace all of this $50,000 right up front. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So again, if your wife had a lump sum of money to invest now, not you, what could she get for a rate of return on that money? Consistently.
5%.
Okay? So that would mean how much life insurance or how much cash would she have to have in order to generate $50,000? $1 million, right?
Sounds about right.
All right, so that's $800,000 more than what you have today. Agree with that? Okay, so again, if I can show you how to get this $800,000 without taking any additional money out of your pocket, is that what you'd like to have?
Yeah.
Again, you notice when I did this for the client that I used their numbers. So I'm not coming up with the numbers, they are. So it's their numbers, and if it's their numbers, are they going to believe it? All right, so I kept it simple. I didn't use any technical jargon or anything else. All we did was talk, and I asked them a few questions, and they come up with the numbers. But you'll also notice that they had cash value insurance. And what did I do? I congratulated them. Made them feel good about their decision. Most agents would, say, well, that's a crummy policy, or, is it going to survive, and not any of that. Did I get into any of that? No. Because I want them to feel good about what they've done. Now, show them what they really need. And again, when I do it with their numbers, is there any question? All right. Now, could I adjust it again for the rate of return? Yeah. If you told me 7%, all right, then we would need, what, 700,000 or a little over 700,000. And minus the 200,000 would be 500,000. So it's their numbers. The point here is I want to make it them, about them, what they want. Because this isn't the first time or the last time that I'm going to be working with them. So I want to be able to make them a client. So I'm not going to argue with them at all about these numbers. Again, if they said 20%, Is that really realistic? You know, is your wife going to be able to get 20% consistently? All right? So I'm going to work with them and talk to them about it, but whatever they come up with is what I'm going to do. Now, obviously, if they say 20%, I'm not going to, you know, that they're being unrealistic. And I'm not helping them. All right? And that's what this is all supposed to be all about, is helping them get what they need. Does that make sense?